Hello, what's going on Facebook? How we doing today? I am here in my office and working on trying some new things here. We are going to, I'm actually working with a software right now to try and start broadcasting some screens. I'm going to start doing some pretty cool training for you here on my Facebook Live. So I really, I'm looking for the best way to really give you guys some killer training every single day. So if you haven't noticed, today it is noon on Monday. And the reason being is because we are going to be moving our Facebook Lives from 11:30 to noon, Monday through Friday. And just some scheduling conflicts, and want to give you the absolute best that I can and at the best time. So today we're going to talk about some tips for overcoming procrastination. I know you deal with it. I deal with it. We all deal with it at one time or another. And procrastination is just one of those things that we all deal with. So do me a favor, when you're coming on, let me know where you're watching from. Just give me a, hey, this is so-and-so from, Colorado or New York or wherever. I always like to see where you guys are watching from because it's just cool. It's cool to know who we're reaching and who we're getting out there. Also, if you know somebody that struggles with procrastination, go ahead, share this on your Facebook page right now, and let's get some people over here. I'm going to share some good tips with you to help you. These are things that I remind myself of on a constant basis because, honestly, we all tend to deal with this at one point or another, no matter what the situation is. So let's go ahead and start out with number one. I'm going to give you like 3 or 4 tips here that I think can help you. But number one, the question is, ask yourself why you're doing something. You know, we talk about in our home-based business industry, we talk about why, understanding your purpose, understanding the reason for doing what you do. Because the reason is what will drive you to do the things that you don't think that you can do. And knowing why is incredibly important. It's super important, especially when you want to accomplish something. And the reason being is because the reason why is what carries you to get it done. It's what carries you to get it completed. And so you always have to ask yourself why you're doing something. So when you wake up in the morning and you think to yourself, I need to make a video, I need to do a blog post, I need to do a Facebook Live, I need to do a Periscope, and you don't feel like doing it, you've got to ask yourself, why are you doing it? And especially when it comes down to building your business, the why will help pull you through. The why will help inspire you to actually go do it when you're supposed to. And believe me, I know one of the big reasons, sometimes you just wake up and you think to yourself, you know what? I don't feel like doing anything today. I just want to be lazy. I don't want to do anything. But then you think, I've got to do this because if I don't do it, then I'm not going to get inch closer to my overall goal. So understanding the reason why you're doing something is always crucially important to making sure that you actually accomplish the goal. So ask yourself that. And if you guys like what I'm saying, if you like these points, give me some hearts, give me some likes, let me know. That certainly helps me know that this is jiving with you, okay? So that's the most important one. So ask yourself why. Now, one of the other things that triggers procrastination is flags that trigger, procrastination. So let's say you're writing a blog post or you're about to do a video and you think to yourself, that you might want to do it later. Why is it? What is it that's causing you to not want to do it? What is it that's causing you to put it off? Now, I can tell you sometimes that there are times when that happens to me. There's times when I go to do something and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do this. And I have to remind myself, number one, why I'm doing it, but also what's the real reason I don't want to do this? Am I just tired? Do I have so much on my plate that I'm overwhelmed? Because sometimes, the truth of the matter is that if you don't, see, and I don't like to use the word overwhelm, but the truth is that sometimes what causes overwhelm, and I'm actually going to talk about this more today with my Video Marketing Insiders Club at 3 o'clock, but part of the reason you have what am I trying to say? Information overload is because you've let stuff pile up so much. When you let stuff pile up, what happens is it can trigger procrastination. I know, because I've been there before. Sometimes I still get into that point where it's like, you know what, I've got so many things that I haven't done that it's just piled up, and I'm kind of like, oh man, where do I start? And what it does is it triggers in you this desire to just go lay down and take a nap or something like that. You probably all know what I'm talking about. So the point is, you've got to recognize what are those triggers of procrastination so that you can recognize them. Because if you can recognize them, then what's going to happen is you can then overcome them. You can then work to make sure that you stay focused on what you need to, okay? Now, this brings me to another thing. Now, I don't know how many of you out there are Mac users. You're on a Mac computer. But I recently purchased an app. It's called Focus. You can go to their website. It's called heyfocus.com. And, you know, it's not an affiliate link or anything. You can just go check out that app. But they have a trial of it that you can download if you're on a Mac. They might have something similar if you're on a PC. I don't know. But basically what it does is it's an app that you install on your computer, and when you want to focus, you entirely focus, you can set it up so that it blocks certain websites. Now, I don't know about you, but you know, sometimes you'll be working and then all of a sudden your mind just drifts and you go hop on Facebook, and next thing you know, you've spent an hour on Facebook and you're like, you know, I was supposed to be working on this. I just let an hour blow by. So by using an app like Focus or Hey Focus, what happens is if you go to Facebook, what'll happen is it'll block the website. If you go to check your email on Gmail, boom, it'll block it. And I believe you can set it up to block apps as well. So if you go to open up a certain app, it'll block that app from opening up. You can, like for instance, Skype. Skype is a big one, all right? So let's say you want to focus for a period of time to get something done. It will shut down apps, and I'm pretty sure this is that it'll do that. I mainly use it for a lot of websites because I have my Skype usually set to do not disturb anyway, so that I can go and check it at times that I need to. But an app like this will help you to focus and keep other distractions out. I actually read an article many years ago that talked about how when you get into a workflow is very important. And you guys, you know what I'm talking about. That time when you're sitting there and you're working and man, you're just rocking away. You're just in it, man, and things are coming like this and you're just working, and you get stuff done. You know, a lot of times I'll stay up late, and I try not to so much anymore. I try to get a good night's sleep. But I used to work from like 11 to 2 in the morning because it was dead silent. There was like nobody bothering me. Nobody. Skype wasn't going off, Facebook, and you could get a lot done in a 3-hour period of time. But imagine being able to do that in the middle of the day by just shutting down, you know, the things that distract you. All right. And so using an app like Hey Focus, and if that one doesn't work for you, just do a search. Go find out what else you can get. There's several others out there. I know there was one that I had found at one point called Get Concentrating, and I think it's getconcentrating.com. I don't know if it's still out there. It's been a while since I used it. I found Focus, and I've been using that one. But, you know, you utilize those things to help you stay on track because focus is huge, and a lot of times procrastination can be overcome just by simple focus. So no message, no thing is so important that you can't set aside a short period of time to focus on certain things and get certain things done. It's just, you know, there's nothing so crucial important. I usually, you know, say unless it involves blood, it's probably not that important that it can't wait at least 2 hours. All right. So this will help you to get more done in less time. All right. So that'll help you. Now, one of the things that I want to give you, and this is kind of my final tip that I think will help you out a lot, is imagine the feeling. Let's say you have something you know you want to get done. It's a large project. It's a, you know, something you know you need to do. Imagine the feeling of when it's finished. I remember, you know, just recently I launched my video marketing course, the No Fear Video Marketing System, and it was awesome. I mean, almost 1,000 new customers. Just an amazing, amazing time. But here's the thing. That course took me about 9 months to create because of all the videos, all the work that went into it. I planned it out. The whole course is very meticulously planned out, video by video, resource by resource. And it took a long time to really put something like that together. And when you put a course like that together, it's a video, it's short videos. And if you go through the course, it really takes you through a step by step by step. But it took a long time to do that. So if I would have, not gotten focused at certain periods, what I would do at certain times is I'd block out 2-3 hours and I'd create 5 or 6 videos in that portion of time to get that course done. And so it was certain days I would just block that time and let nothing else distract me. And but the thought in my mind of finishing kept driving me, because I'm like, okay, I just got to get this done. I got to focus on the feeling I'm going to have when I get it finished. And you know what I'm talking about when you take that big, deep breath, that deep sigh of relief that, whew, I got it done. And then you feel like this weight lifted off of you. So when you know you've got to accomplish something, just go back to that feeling of imagining what you'll feel like when you get done. If you follow these tips, this will help you. So I got my little tips here, my little sticky note. I always want to make sure I do that. But ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Why are you doing it? What's the purpose of it? If it's moving you towards your goal, you know it's important. Okay. You want to recognize triggers that what is it that's keeping me from wanting to do this? Is it a lack of enthusiasm? Am I not clear in my vision? Do I not know why I'm doing this? Okay, so recognize those triggers so that you can combat them, and then use an app like Focus, something like that to help get you on track. There's others out there, so check it out. You don't have to use that one, but find something that can help you to do that. And then, number 4, imagine what it'll feel like when you accomplish those goals, okay? So very, very important. All right, so I hope you guys got something out of that. If you did, share it with somebody. Let them know about it. Send it in a private message, which you can do. Show it to somebody. Give them these tips. I am going to be doing more and more. I'm actually working on doing some things where I can do some actual training with you here on these Facebook Lives, where I'm going to literally in about 10 to 15 minutes give you little tips here and there that can help you in your business. And I'm going to be doing some screen sharing, so you'll be able to do that. So I'm working on figuring all that out. So you're going to want to make sure that every single day at noon Eastern, you are tapped in right here on my Facebook page, okay? Now, you might be seeing this in one of my groups as well, but you want to make sure you get over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/successwithmark, and make sure you're subscribed to notifications. But other than that, you just need to come here to the page at 12 noon Eastern every single day, 9 Pacific, and just refresh it when I start and go live. That way you can see the training. But I got a lot of cool things that I want to do, and I want to take you along for the ride, all right? So I appreciate you, love you, have a great one, and we'll see you tomorrow, all right? Bye-bye.